It's kind of unusual for us to make a news video on Six Flags, but man, is this something worth talking about. Six Flags Fright Fest has just released their new haunted houses for the 2024 season, and it's honestly quite comparable to Halloween Horror Nights. Now, Six Flags has always had pretty good haunted houses, and this is coming from like a Halloween fanatic, basically. I mean, I do, my own little haunted house here, where trick-or-treaters can go in and stuff, but this is coming from like a theme park professional level. Six Flags always does pretty good haunted houses, but now what they're doing is they're having a lot of licensed franchises, which is a very Universal kind of thing, honestly. And this is kind of why I was saying it's very comparable to Universal, because Universal does their Halloween Horror Nights, as we all know, and that has a good array of franchises and movies and stuff like that. And now Six Flags is doing a lot of the same franchises. And we've talked a lot on the channel about how Disney should be afraid of Universal. And now I think we should kind of talk about why Universal should be afraid of Fright Fest. Because if this does well, then Halloween Horror Nights, which is something that really doesn't have that much competition, is now going to have a lot of competition. Because who knows what else Fright Fest will contain in the coming years if this does well, which, I mean, come on, based on the franchises, it will. This is the first time that Six Flags is really going big with Fright Fest, so of course they're going to get some of the best franchises. Here I'm going to start listing out the franchises because I know the trailer was a little fast for it. But as we see here, we have Stranger Things. Now, from what we've seen based on the little teaser and like the super quick snippets, this is going to be based off the 4th season of Stranger Things. So it's it's gonna have like Vecna and a lot of like the upside down world and stuff like that. And I'm assuming it's gonna have a lot of famous scenes. You can expect like a clock hallway, I'm assuming. I believe Universal also had a Stranger Things season 4 haunted house too. So I mean, you can go back and watch their video, and I'm sure it'll kind of be pretty close to the same thing here. But it is really interesting to see another theme park take on the Stranger Things licensing and kind of just create an attraction for it. Because honestly, we haven't ever seen another Stranger Things thing besides like the pop-up stores that they had. And then, of course, the new Netflix, house or whatever they're calling it, coming in to a couple locations. They're probably going to have a Stranger Things experience too. But to see Six Flags take it on is going to be very interesting, and I'm very excited for it. And I'm assuming a lot of people are, because Stranger Things, it's very popular. This haunted house will probably be a fan favorite throughout the entire event. Now, this next one is one that I am personally very excited for because it is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And even though it's not like the original film that it's based off of, I still am a huge Leatherface fan. He is like my favorite slasher of all time besides like Ghostface. So the fact that we're actually getting a Texas Chainsaw Massacre, inspired haunted house at the very least is very cool. Like I said, even if it's not the original film. This is just insane. Honestly, I don't think Universal has done a Texas Chainsaw Massacre in a very long time. So to get a new one is very exciting. And Six Flags has 2 Texas parks. We have one in Dallas and one in San Antonio. And as being a Texas resident, I was really, hopeful that, with Texas Chainsaw Massacre being based in Texas, that one of the Texas parks would get this attraction. But it's only going to be exclusive to Great America. Now, the only hope that I can have for it is that they said that the Texas parks will have a mixture of all of these attractions, and that all the other Six Flags parks will have like exclusive attractions based off the trailers, but Texas will have a mixture of them. So I'm hoping that one of the Texas parks will at least have this attraction. Either way though, I'm excited to see it on YouTube if it doesn't come to Texas, but if it does, you can definitely expect some videos on the channel of us going here. And you honestly might see us go to these either way because this lineup looks insane. Next up, we have Army of the Dead. So there kind of seems to be like a Netflix sort of trend going on. They definitely made a big deal with Netflix here to use a lot of their properties. Now, I know nothing about Army of the Dead. I've never seen it. Honestly, I've barely even heard of it until just now. I'm assuming, though, it is going to be a zombie-based one, in like Las Vegas or something, right? Am I getting that correct? Yeah, I know nothing about this. If you guys know more about it, tell me down in the comments below and tell me how popular is this series and if it's actually going to be like a popular haunted house, because I'm not too sure. I mean, it's a zombie apocalypse one, so I mean, that should be pretty cool. But yeah, I guess I'll just have to wait and see for this one. Now, this next one is another one that I'm super excited for just because I love, the little main character of Sam, but this is Trick or Treat. Now, this is a insanely popular film that has been growing in popularity in the past few years, especially like in Halloween costumes and decorations. So it's no surprise to me that they did actually get this one. I know, again, Universal has had a lot of these films, including Trick or Treat, but it is going to be interesting to see how Six Flags does do this take on it. Now, they did show Sam in the trailer, so obviously, Sam will be a huge part of this. He is like the mascot of Trick or Treat. Whenever you think of the film, you think of Sam. But I'm also, going to assume that they're going to have some of the other stories in the film as well. The kids with the masks on the bus, that kind of thing. there's a lot to expect from this specific haunted house attraction. I definitely think it will be popular as well. This one will definitely be one of the highlights for sure, though. Now, this one is pretty interesting because they have what is called the Conjuring universe. Now, obviously, this is with like Annabelle, like the doll and stuff. So it's going to have a lot of her in it. I'm assuming a lot of scenes with her, and I'm assuming like the demon that possesses that doll will also be in this haunted house attraction. So a lot of that kind of stuff. But it has like the Conjuring universe, so it's not going to be based off like a specific film, kind of like how the Stranger Things one is based off just season 4. This is going to be like, I guess, a collage of like all things dealing with the Conjuring and stuff like that, which is very interesting. I don't really know how they're going to do that. I guess every hallway or room might be based off a different movie or so, but this is going to be very interesting to see for sure. And I'm very excited for this one as well. Now, this one I'm sure a lot of gore fans are going to really be excited for. We have Saw the 20th Anniversary Haunted House. Now, I feel like we should have saw this one coming, no pun intended. But with all the other classic franchises that they brought on here, it's no surprise that Saw actually is in this lineup. Now, this one I'm assuming is just going to be based a lot on like gore and, the contraptions and stuff like that. I feel like this is going to be a very prop-heavy one just because, Saw the film series kind of has a lot to do with that kind of stuff. So I just think that we're going to be seeing a lot of like set pieces with this one, a lot of actors kind of acting out some scenarios and maybe like screaming bloody murder or something. I don't know. But this would be very interesting to see for sure how they kind of pull this one off, if they're going to go super bloody with it or kind of just keep it down because, some families might go in there, even though I kind of doubt it. It'll be very interesting to see exactly how bloody they go with it though. Now, this next one gets me absolutely pumped. This is called Deceased. This was not in the trailer, but it is still one that is apparently coming out for this attraction or for this festival. Deceased is basically a DC Universe themed haunted house, themed to Darkseid and his army, of aliens and creatures and stuff like that. It's such a cool concept. It's so unique, honestly. Like, I've never seen another theme park use one of their, like, I guess, IPs into a haunted house before. Like, it's not even like a Halloween based IP or a horror. It's just like a DC Comics, basic superheroes, but they're turning it into a haunted house attraction. It's so cool, and it makes me think, if this does well, which I think it will, what else could we see from the future? Could we see like a Batman themed one, like Gotham City, Arkham Asylum, Scarecrow, all those different kinds of more Halloween-y characters brought into this haunted house attraction? But I think for starters, this is a very epic choice to go with, being one of the most strongest villains in DC. This is a very good choice. So that's Six Flags Fright Fest for 2024. The best year by far that we've ever had from Six Flags, and I think this year will definitely spark a lot of interest in Fright Fest, and we'll only see it continue to grow from here. Universal definitely needs to kind of step up their game, because I feel like this past year, and just the past couple years in general, the lineups haven't been the best from Universal. So I definitely think that Six Flags is starting to notice that, and they're taking their chance here to make Fright Fest something truly special. I know I'll definitely be going to at least one of the Six Flags parks this season, hopefully, and I'll get some footage of the haunted houses for y'all. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Tell me down in the comments below, what do you think of these attractions, and which one is your favorite? Which one are you most excited for? Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.